Harihi, 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 Harihi. Om Tat Sat. Jaya Guru, Jaya Guru, Jaya Guru. Shuddho Buddho Vimuktaha Sudhishikaragiram Mukhyatat Paryabhumihi Yasmajjatam Samastam Jagadidam Amrtat Vyapya Sarvam Sthito Yaha Yasyam Sham Shavataraihi Suranaravanajayir Rakshidam Sarvametad Tam Bhumanam Mukundam Hridigatamalam Krishnameva Prapadye Tam Bhumanam Mukundam Hridigatamalam Krishnameva Prapadye Madhya Hridayakashe Sadanandamayo Guru Udetu Satatam Samyak Swahatmananda Prabodhakaha Harihi, Harihi, Harihi. Om Tats. Jaya Guru, Jaya Guru, Jaya Guru. We shall have 3 times the Omkara recitation jointly. Take the necessary mudra for it, which you already know. Interlocking the fingers and putting them on your lap, sitting comfortably erect, closing the eyes and opening the heart and mouth and joining me. Karpanyadoshopahatha svabhavaha
Karpanyadoshopahatha svabhavaha
Pruchhami tvam Dharma sammudha chetaha Yachreyasya Nishchitam bruhitanme Shishyasteham Shadhimam Tvam prapannam Shishyasteham Shadhimam Tvam prapannam. I don't know whether you have reflected upon this surrendering verse, devotional submission of Arjuna. Shishyasteham Shadhimam Tvam Prapannam. I am your disciple. instruct me, I have taken refuge under you. See, this should be the attitude for listening to spiritual instructions from a Guru. We had an instance of somebody, Shivakumar, saying that you are a blind leading the blind. I have been speaking about Bhagavad Gita for about 68, 69 years in my life, 70 years. And very good people, great people, ascetics and all others have been listening to me. And in my talking about Gita, I have only one submissive note within me. I would like to explain Gita in the way Krishna himself would. I don't think the explanations that I am giving will be contradicted by anybody or questioned by anybody. But I am explaining everything that is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita. That is the only point. People are trying to pick and choose. Now this time, I have been speaking and the retreat has been held for a number of years, so I thought I will pick out verses which are independent and sovereign. Each one verse is sufficient for you to complete your sadhana. Nothing is required. Now we have come to a very important stage. While discussing in the 6th chapter about the sadhana, etc., Arjuna raised a question. Krishna, the Samya Yoga that you are discussing is a little difficult. I had a devotee who took up sannyasa, Haripriya in Delhi. She was an eccentric, accelerated devotee. So whenever I used to explain Bhagavad Gita, she used to say, Swamiji, your Gita, which says that you should not be extreme, you should not get angry and love too much. This kind of a moderation is difficult for me. I am an extremist, but she would listen to me. You know how she felt about me. One day I was speaking about Srimad Bhagavatam. She was there. So I said, Srimad Bhagavata never mentions about Radha. No mention about Radha at all in Srimad Bhagavata. So Radha is imaginary. So she went away. She was a very staunch devotee, very staunch. She had heard so many saptahams. So she went there, next day she came and told me, Swamiji, I like you so much and I like your talk also. So when you said Radha is imaginary, it put me into trouble because I am a worshipper of Radha. So if Radha is imaginary, Krishna is imaginary, she was saying. If Krishna is imaginary, everything is imaginary, Mahavishnu, then what is not imaginary? The one who imagines all this is not imaginary. She came and told me, so I started laughing. See, this is how you take to truth. Not questioning them, not calling them blind and others more blind. Okay. So, Arjuna said it is very, very difficult. Suppose somebody practices it, he is not able to complete his practice and the body falls. Will it not be an incomplete, abortive endeavor? Will it not be like clouds about to shed? Suddenly a cyclone comes, strong wind, and everything is scattered. Will it not be like that? So Krishna answers. You know, a question when raised, the question has an answer. More than that, questioner has to be answered. So he gives a beautiful answer. Actually, it was not necessary. Krishna has already said, this is a science which you only have to begin to practice. No end is expected. You begin to practice. Swalpamapyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. Even a small measure of its practice will relieve you of the greatest fear of the world. What more do you want? So Arjuna has not been able to grasp it, poor man. So he said, what will happen to such a devotee? You know what Krishna said? Such a devotee, if he drops his body, he will go to the highest of heavens and live there as long as he wants. All the others go to the heavens with a certificate of the rituals that they have done here. How long will be the rituals? Maybe 2-3 days. So the certificate is very short living. So when the certificate is there and it is over, they will have to be pushed down. Here he will continue to remain as long as he wants. Then he will come back. When he comes back, he will be born in the most comfortable and prosperous family. Otherwise, he will be born in a yogin's family. And he will suddenly feel the impact of what he had done. Then he will pursue it further and go away. Finally, he concludes it with a statement. This is an assurance in Bhagavad Gita. Partha naivehana mutra vinashastasya vidyade nahi kalyana krut kaschid durgadim tata gacchati. A wonderful statement. For him, neither here nor anywhere else, vinashastasya vidyade. He will not be destroyed at all, anywhere. Either in this world or in the other worlds. Anybody who wants to do something good, auspicious, kalyana krut, say that? Whoever wants to do something good, not who does. Whoever wants to do and is doing. Durgadim tata nagachati. My dear Arjuna, he will never be put to an adverse plate. This is an assurance Krishna gives. I just wanted you to know it. Similarly, there are other assurances which Krishna makes. In the 9th chapter, there is a beautiful verse, verse number 2. Rajavidya rajaguhyam pavitramidamuttamam pratyaksavagamam dharmyam susukham kartum avyayam. Rajavidya rajaguhyam
Rajavidya rajaguhyam
pavitramidamuttamam
Pavitramidamuttamam
pratyaksavagamam dharmyam
Pratyaksavagamam dharmyam
susukham kartum avyayam.
Susukham kartumavyayam.
Mostly I hear, Swamiji, it is difficult. I say, where is it written that it is difficult? This is what Krishna says. You don't know the practice. It is a secret. It is held by kings. You cannot easily extract it. They are sitting on the throne, rewarding people, equally punishing. What is the punishment? Take a sword and cut off the neck. Yes, Raja himself does it. There are so many instances in our country where kings have been so much afflicted by their role because they had to kill so many people. So they abandoned the throne and went to the woods to practice austerity. So don't think that the kingly status, it is very prosperous, powerful position, but it is equally victimizing. Now they were able to do it only because of this Rajavidya Rajaguhyam, this great yoga science. What did Krishna tell Arjuna? 4.5 million warriors minus 10 were to die in 18 days. He said there is nothing called death at all. Let even more people die. It is only a physical development. Everyone here is not the body. He is the I in the body. And that I never gets born, nor does it die. Is it not a great secret? Equipped by that, with that secret, he was able to fight. Pavitramidam uttamam. This is the most purifying factor. Pratyakshaavagamam dharmyam. You can directly experience it. Dharmyam. There is no other dharma, anything more righteous than this. Susukam kartumavyam. It is very pleasant to practice. It is very... So never utter the word difficult. Never. Never. What does it tell you? Remember me and fight. What does Krishna say? Mam anusmara yudhyaja. Remember the soul and do whatever you want. You are not doing. Prakriti is compelling you to do. There is no action which belongs to you, which comes out of your own option. It comes from tendencies, inherited. Prakriti is the overall ruler, motivator. You are all instruments. Like the body, mind, intelligence, all are instruments. You have no claim over everything. Simply be doing. Live. Did you want your birth? I am asking you. Have you designed your life? If the first factor, namely your birth, is not because of your option or demand, then all the other things, I give you a long list of multiplication. It's very long. So you decided it is too long, so let me start multiplying from wherever it is. After some time somebody comes, what are you doing? It's a long multiplication list. Why don't you see? One end at least, you are multiplying from here. So turn, the first number is 0. Just see. This is our life. You may say, I am a parent. I have 6 children. And my father had 7. Don't say all these things. It's a development from 0. Susukham kartumavyam. It is very comfortable to practice, even sitting on the throne, holding the sword in hand, having to cut a number of necks. Even then, this is redeeming. Now, 12 chapters Ma has been discussing. So I will go to the 13th chapter. I have never spoken like this. First time I am speaking. There is a pentagon in Bhagavad Gita. This pentagon, I would like you to learn by heart and chant it numerous times. While chanting, the vibration itself will liberate you. Vibration. I don't know, when we chant, you will feel the vibration. This chapter is called Kshetra Kshetrajna Vibhaga Yogaha. There are 2 factors. One is the field of objects. Another is the subject. Are you hearing me? Yes. The field of... I would like to call it objectude. In that objectude, everything is included. The Panchabhutas, the emotions arising from your mind, the normal deliberations that take place in your intelligence, the ego, egocentric notes, everything is included in the field. There is only one knower of the field. It makes it very simple. Our body, mind, intelligence, ego are all included in the kshetra. And kshetrajna is only one. And that kshetrajna he is defining, calling it jnaya. Jnayam yattat pravakshyami yajñātva amritamasnude. When I said it is a knowledge, that knowledge is the yoga, knowing. Is there any time in your life when you are not knowing? When you wake up, the knowledge starts, knowing process starts. When you sleep, it ends. Till then it's all knowledge, knowing. Now I will recite this. Aravindan, you also. Sarvatah panipadam tad.
Sarvatah panipadam tat.
Sarvatokshishiro mukham.
Sarvatokshishiro mukham.
Sarvatashrudimalloke.
Sarvatashrudimalloke.
Sarvamavritya tishtati.
Sarvamavritya tishtati.
Sarvendriya gunabhasam.
Sarvendriya gunabhasam.
Sarvendriya vivarjitam.
Sarvendriya vivarjitam.
What happened? Huh? Asaktam sarvabhricchaiva.
Asaktam sarvabhricchaiva.
Nirgunam gunabhoktruca.
Nirgunam gunabhoktruca.
Bahirantascha bhutanam.
Bahirantascha bhutanam.
Acharam charamevacha.
Acharam charamevacha.
Sukshmatvat tadavijñeyam.
Sukshmatvat tadavijñeyam.
Durastham chantike tad.
Durastham chantike cha tat.
Avibhaktam cha bhuteshu.
Avibhaktam cha bhuteshu.
Vibhaktamiva cha sthitam.
Vibhaktamiva cha sthitam.
Bhutabhartraja tajñeyam.
Bhutabhartraja tajñeyam.
Grasishnu prabha vishnu cha.
Grasishnu prabha vishnu cha.
Jyotishamapi tajyoti.
Jyotishamapi tajyotihi.
Tamasah paramuchyate.
Tamasah paramuchyate.
Jnanam jneyam jnanagamyam.
Jnanam jneyam jnanagamyam.
Hridhi sarvasya dhishtitam.
Hridhi sarvasya dhishtitam.
It is vishtitam, both are said. Aravindan, you recite it. All of you try to recite along with him. Show them, one after the other.
From what?
The recitation is very, very vibrant. I don't know whether you are able to feel it. It is a description of the presence that enlivens your body. It is a description of the inner presence that animates and activates your body. What do you say? And this is the only thing to be known, nothing else. I call it the pentagon of Bhagavad Gita. First time I say like this. Start.
Sarvatah panipadam tat.
Sarvatah panipadam tat.
Sarvatokshishiro mukham.
Sarvatokshishiro mukham.
Sarvatashrutimaloke.
Sarvatashrutimaloke.
Sarvamavritya tishtati.
Sarvamavritya tishtati.
Sarvendriya gunabhasam.
Sarvendriya gunabhasam.
Sarvendriya vivarjitam.
Sarvendriya vivarjitam.
Asaktam sarvabhricchaiva.
असक्तं सर्वभृच्चैव
निर्गुणं गुणभोक्तृ च
निर्गुणं गुणभोक्तृ च
बहिरन्तश्च भूतानां
बहिरन्तश्च भूतानाम्
अचरं चरमेव च
अचरं चरमेव च
सूक्ष्मत्वात् तदविज्ञेयम्
सूक्ष्मत्वात् तदविज्ञेयम्
दूरस्थं चान्तिके च तत्
दूरस्थं चान्तिके च तत्
अविभक्तं च भूतेषु
अविभक्तं च भूतेषु
विभक्तमिव च स्थितम्
विभक्तमिव च स्थितम्
भूतभर्तृ च तज्ज्ञेयम्
भूतभर्तृ च तज्ज्ञेयम्
ग्रसिष्णुप्रभविष्णु च
ग्रसिष्णुप्रभविष्णु च
ज्योतिषामपि तज्ज्योतिः
ज्योतिषामपि तज्ज्योतिः
तमसः परमुच्यते
तमसः परमुच्यते
ज्ञानं ज्ञेयं ज्ञानगम्यं
ज्ञानं ज्ञेयं ज्ञानगम्यम्
हृदि सर्वस्यधिष्ठितम्
हृदि सर्वस्यधिष्ठितम्
Wait, I want you to arrange the size in such a manner that the Sanskrit and the transliteration together will be seen, if possible. You understand? You need not make it so big. So, otherwise Sanskrit alone. Now, I would like you to chant it together. As Aravindan chants it, you should also chant together. Start one verse.
सर्वतः पाणिपादं तत् सर्वतोक्षिशिरोमुखं सर्वतः श्रुतिमल्लोके सर्वमावृत्य तिष्ठति
Again.
सर्वतः पाणिपादं तत् सर्वतोक्षिशिरोमुखं सर्वतः श्रुतिमल्लोके सर्वमावृत्य तिष्ठति.
First point is, this is the description of what you are. That is not sufficient. What is the inner presence in you? Our body is a mass of matter. Do you agree? Huh? So can it live by itself? It has no sensation, no experience, no knowledge. So it is animated. It is animated by a presence inside the body itself. That presence is not material. And that presence, you only know it is animating your body. But its powers, potentials, possibilities, magnitude, measure, subtlety, magnificence, majesty, profundity, incalculable. Every day you chant these verses, altogether only 5. Sarvatah panipadam tat sarvatokshishiro mukham. In your body you have only 2 eyes, 1 nose and 2 ears. But the power and presence that animate your body can create any number of ears and eyes anywhere, anytime. Tell me, who made your eyes? Where was the eyes made? You don't know. In your mother's womb. Taking what? Taking blood cells. It has made brain, eyes, nose, everything it has made. If it can make it within the womb, can it not make it anywhere? Answer me. Yes. There from bare matter it has made this. The entire matter is animated. Wherever there is matter, it will be animated. It is such animation that has brought about life on the earth. Originally it was only matter. Earth, water, air, fire and space. And gradually life evolved. Maybe first of all in water, later on the land. How did it come about? So wherever there are molecules, wherever there are atoms, this presence also is there. So, sarvatah panipadam tad. It has got hands and feet anywhere and everywhere. It will reach anywhere. If something has to be produced at a point of time, it will produce. Such instances are experienced in India. I don't know about the outside countries. Sarvadokshi shiro mukham. Everywhere are its eyes. Everywhere is its head. Everywhere is its face. Are you understanding me? You cannot believe, is it not? Either you must have reason to understand the subtlety, or you must have faith to accept it. Within the womb of the mother, how is it that these eyes were made? You tell me. How the tongue was made? How the lips were made? Taking what? So if it can make it here, it tells you, I have made it in the mother's womb. I can make it anywhere in the womb of the world. Sarvadokshi shiromukham sarvada shrudimalloge sarvamavritya tishtadi. I have ear everywhere and comprehending everything, enfolding everything, I am present. The inner presence, though I say, that presence is enfolding the whole body. So is it inside or outside? Inside. Though it is inside, by comparison, it is enfolding the whole body. Similarly, enfolding the whole universe. Now you recite the shloka together.
Sarvatah panipadam tad sarvatokshi shiromukham sarvatah shrutimaloke sarvamavritya tishtati.
Again.
Sarvatah panipadam tad sarvatokshi shiromukham sarvatah shrutimaloke sarvamavritya tishtati.
All of you are chanting with lesser sound. What is this? What for is your sound to shout at home? What is this? Chant louder.
Sarvatah panipadam tat sarvatokshi shiromukham sarvatah shrutimaloke sarvamavritya tishtati.
Sarvendriya gunabhasam
Sarvendriya gunabhasam
Sarvendriya vivarjitam
Sarvendriya vivarjitam
Asaktam sarvabhrachaiva
Asaktam sarvabhrachaiva
Nirgunam gunabhoktraja.
Nirgunam gunabhoktraja.
Again.
Sarvendriya gunabhasam Sarvendriya vivarjitam Asaktam sarvabhrachaiva Nirgunam gunabhoktracha.
How do you feel while chanting? Do you feel pleasant? Huh? Every one of you? Such a wonderful, profound. It is a description of what you have. Sarvendriya gunabhasam. It is possessing all the senses. This possession is not actually real. It is pratibhasika. It is a kind of an illusory possession. In a dream, so many bodies, including the world, are made. Are they actually there? In the same manner, sarvendriya gunabhasam. It has all the sensory organs. Sarvendriya vivarjidam. At the same time, it does not have any sensory organ. See, you say you have eyes. Will you listen to me carefully? What are these eyes? It is a formation of flesh. Does it have the power to see? Huh? No. You agree? Yes. It is empowered to see by the mind. The mind itself, the consciousness itself has formulated it. And it is empowered by it to see. And how is the seeing process takes place? When the light rays reflected from the object strike the cornea, will the vision take place? No. Electrical pulses are sent to the brain centers where experience and knowledge take place. So actual vision where? Boliyana. So what are these eyes? So the real vision is in the brain center. And brain center is inside. So can it not see anywhere and everywhere? It is an inner process. Even the brain, if it is not animated, will it generate experience? So that animating power is illusorily creating the organs. In reality, it is devoid of all this. Asaktam. It is never clinging to anything. Sarva bhritchaiva. At the same time, it protects and preserves all. Nirgunam gunabhoktrija. It is devoid of sattva, rajas and tamas prakriti's qualities. At the same time, gunabhoktrija. It will enjoy and suffer from the effects of the gunas. See, all are opposite here. You always say, Swamiji, we are attached. Who told you to be attached? I really don't know. The water passes through a number of pipes. It is not affected by that passage. Your mind is much more subtle than water, air, and even space. So can it ever attach itself to anything? Answer me. The mind is a subtle presence. Its subtlety is so much that it can never be involved in anything. Whenever you say mind, call it detached mind. Detached mind. You are a fool. That is why you say, I am attached. What is attached here? Who is attached to what? The body is attached to something? Or something is attaching itself to the body? Asaktam sarva bhritchaiva nirgunam gunabhoktrija. If you want to rear a family and bring up the family, if you remain attached to, will you be able to bring up well? Or if you remain unattached, you will be able to bring it up well. Then why are you calling it? We are fools, donkeys. That is why we are doing it. Behirantascha bhutanam acharam charamevacha sukshmatva tada vijneyam durastham chantike chetad. What a wonderful statement. If you can contemplate upon every word used here, in 41 days you will become enlightened. Behirantascha bhutanam
Bahirantascha bhutanam
acharam charamevacha
Acharam charamevacha
Sukshmatva tadavijneyam
Sukshmatva tadavijneyam
Durastham chantike chatad
दूरस्थं चान्तिके च तत्
Aravinda?
बहिरन्तश्च भूतानां
बहिरन्तश्च भूतानाम्
अचरं चरमेव च
अचरं चरमेव च
सूक्ष्मत्वात् तदविज्ञेयम्
सूक्ष्मत्वात् तदविज्ञेयम्
दूरस्थं चान्तिके च तत्
दूरस्थं चान्तिके च तत्.
Listen to me carefully. Anything that is subtle is pervading, pervasive. And the pervasiveness of anything will depend upon the degree of subtlety. A solid object, it will remain solid, retaining its form. Suppose you put water, what happens? It percolates, flows downward and sideward. About the air, it will go all around. About space, now whatever you call mind, it doesn't come within matter. It is above matter. It is not even like space, subtler than space. Such a mind, will it not be all pervading? Huh? So, Bahirantascha Bhutanam. It is outside as well as inside. Your mind is not merely inside your body. It is extensive also. Acharam charamevacha. When you think of the pervading nature, then it is all pervading and therefore immovable. But animating and activating the body, it is moving. So it is moving as well as non-moving. Can you understand the concept? It is moving with reference to the body. It is non-moving, disconnected from the body. See, the air you are breathing, is it only in your body? See, I am breathing air, all of us are breathing air. Is the air only inside our body or it is equally outside? So what about the mind? Huh? Bahirandascha bhutanam acharam charamevacha. In its real extensive nature, it is immovable. You know, everything within the universe is moving. But is the universe moving? We have not seen it. But I can say from here, the universe as a whole does not, cannot, will not, has not moved. I can say that from here. And nobody can invalidate my verdict. It is the prerogative of my intelligence. My intelligence means the intelligence made by nature. Sukshmatvat tadavijneyam. It does not become clear to you because of its sukshmatva, subtlety. There is a mind inside your body. Do you ever see it? Can it be seen? Can it be heard? Then how do you say that there is a mind? Don't think that in the human life we can only see and hear things. We can equally comprehend things within the body. That power of comprehension will have to be harnessed more and more. Rarefied, purified. Perceptiveness increased. That is why you are asked to listen to the Shastras more and more. Think, contemplate upon the message. Sukshmatvat tad avijneyam durastham chantike chatad. Do you know the far point of the eye is infinity? Far point of the eye is infinity. Where from does the eye get the infinite power of perception? Why all of you are keeping quiet? Where from does your eye get? Where was it manufactured? Inside the mother's body. So the source is evidently within. So who has infused into the eyes the infinite power of perception? The power within. So is it not of infinite measure? Durastham chandike chadati avibhaktam cha bhuteshu
Avibhaktam cha bhuteshu
vibhaktamiva cha sthidam
vibhaktamiva cha sthitam
bhuta bhartru cha tatnyayam
bhuta bhartru cha tatnyayam
grasishnu prabhavishnu cha.
grasishnu prabhavishnu cha
अविभक्तं च भूतेषु
अविभक्तं च भूतेषु
विभक्तमिव च स्थितं
विभक्तमिव च स्थितं
भूतभर्तृ च तज्ज्ञेयं
भूतभर्तृ च तज्ज्ञेयं
ग्रसिष्णुप्रभविष्णु च
ग्रसिष्णुप्रभविष्णु च
Avibhaktam. What does it mean? It is indivisible. You can cut and split the earth. Can you cut water? Can you divide the air? But we can. When it comes to the space, can you do anything? It is impenetrable, uncuttable, indivisible. This is with reference to the material space, visible space. What about the invisible inner presence, the consciousness? It is indivisible. Avibhaktam cha bhuteshu. The air is remaining common to all. What about the power and presence of animation? It is indivisible. Vibhaktamiva cha sthidam. At the same time, it appears to be divided because of the bodies. So the bodies are divided, but the soul is never divided. Bhuta bhartra jatajneyam. It is that which holds, sustains all the beings and creations in the world. What maintains? The entire universe, all the contents in this universe, in the micro level and the macro level, are they not moving and vibrating? What is the speed of the earth? So many things are revolving. Each has its trajectory, but nothing happens. Everything is preserved. What is that power which preserves? Bhuta bhartra tajneyam grasishnu prabhavishnu cha. It can devour everything. These scientists are telling us about the black holes. What is happening there? And it comes out perhaps from another place. Grasishnu prabhavishnu cha. It devours and destroys. It also delivers and presents. Jyotisham api tajyotihi tamasaha paramuchyade. What is it? It is not the visual brilliance, but the one that sees the brilliance. The brilliance which I see, it is the lowest degree of darkness. I don't know whether you will accept what I say. It is the lowest degree of darkness. So this is related to darkness and light. Suppose we see all the objects during the day, the daylight we are seeing. Initially the eyes are seeing. Who sees the eyes? Huh? Huh? Who opens and closes the eyes? Sunlight does it. Huh? You are opening and closing, and you say this is sunlight. So who perceives the light? Jyodisham abhitat jyodihi tamasaha paramuchyade. It is on the other side of darkness. Jnanam jneyam jnanagamyam. Thoda suniye na. Jnanam jneyam jnanagamyam. What does it mean? The light we are referring to is knowledge. Knowledge is illumining, enlightening. Only knowledge enlightens, illumines, nothing else. How do you know I am? Tell me. In pitch darkness, you go and stand, lift your hands so that they won't touch your thighs. Even then you will say, I am. Am means I am existing. That existence of yours, tell me, how do you know it? There is no light. You are not able to see your own body. Jyodisham abhitat jyodihi tamasah paramuchyade. It is jnanam. It is jneyam, the one to be known. Jnana gamyam. It is to be approached only by the knowing process, knowledge. Hridi sarvasya dhishtidam. It is seated in the heart of everyone. Why people are not seeing God? Poor fellows, they don't use their intelligence, their mind. They only walk. They don't use their buddhi. God is all-pervading. He is neither to be seen by opening the eyes, nor seen to be by shutting the eyes. He is to be comprehended. Intelligence is the only power and faculty which has the quality of comprehending. Jnanam jneyam jnanagamyam hridi sarvasya vishtidam. In the heart of everyone and all, it is safely deposited. Now, can you please tell me, honestly, what are you carrying in your body? You only carry air and heat and water? Huh? Can you not at least 1 minute think about the inner treasure? What kind of a life is this? Eating 3-4 times a day. And washing. Wearing. What is it that we are carrying within our body? Who is enlivening the body? Empowering the senses? Who makes your mind think? Who makes your intelligence understand? Who makes you sleep? Who wakes you up? We can all sleep, but can we wake up? Or we are made to wake up? Suppose one person sleeps and doesn't wake up. So who puts us to sleep? Who wakes us up? You have no regard for him? What is this? It is better not to be born as human beings. Let us be donkeys and elephants and rhinoceros. Human life is meant for this. Jyodisham abhitat jyodihi tamasah paramuchyade jnanam jneyam jnanagamyam hridi sarvasya vishtidam. Jnanam jneyam jnanagamyam jnanam jneyam jnanagamyam jnanam jneyam jnanagamyam Jnanam jneyam jnanagamyam. Jnanam jneyam jnanagamyam. This is it. This is why people are missing. In our country, crores of devotees are there. If you ask them, when you started your devotion, how distant was God? Now, is the distance reduced? Is there anybody to come up and say, yes, distance is reduced and tomorrow it is going to become zero? How? Why? Because this is the truth. Aravindan, all of you chant together.
ज्योतिषामपि तज्ज्योतिः तमसः परमुच्यते ज्ञानं ज्ञेयं ज्ञानगम्यं हृदि सर्वस्य विष्ठितम्
Again.
ज्योतिषामपि तज्ज्योतिः तमसः परमुच्यते ज्ञानं ज्ञेयं ज्ञानगम्यं हृदि सर्वस्याधिष्ठितम्.
Wait. Now all the 5 verses, one after the other, with sufficient sound, and it should be a collective representation.
सर्वतः पाणिपादं तत् सर्वतोक्षिशिरोमुखं सर्वतः श्रुतिमल्लोके सर्वमावृत्य तिष्ठति सर्वेन्द्रियगुणाभासं सर्वेन्द्रियविवर्जितम् असक्तं सर्वभृच्चैव निर्गुणं गुणभोक्तृ च बहिरन्तश्च भूतानाम् अचरं चरमेव च सूक्ष्मत्वात् तदविज्ञेयं दूरस्थं चान्तिके च तत् अविभक्तं च भूतेषु विभक्तमिव च स्थितं भूतभर्तृ च तज्ज्ञेयं ग्रसिष्णुप्रभविष्णु च ज्योतिषामपि तज्ज्योतिः तमसः परमुच्यते ज्ञानं ज्ञेयं ज्ञानगम्यं हृदि सर्वस्याधिष्ठितम्.
Again.
सर्वतः पाणिपादं तत् सर्वतोक्षिशिरोमुखं सर्वतः श्रुतिमल्लोके सर्वमावृत्य तिष्ठति सर्वेन्द्रियगुणाभासं सर्वेन्द्रियविवर्जितम् असक्तं सर्वभृच्चैव निर्गुणं गुणभोक्तृ च बहिरन्तश्च भूतानाम् अचरं चरमेव च सूक्ष्मत्वात् तदविज्ञेयं दूरस्थं चान्तिके च तत् अविभक्तं च भूतेषु विभक्तमिव च स्थितं भूतभर्तृ च तज्ज्ञेयं ग्रसिष्णुप्रभविष्णु च ज्योतिषामपि तज्ज्योतिः तमसः परमुच्यते ज्ञानं ज्ञेयं ज्ञानगम्यं हृदि सर्वस्याधिष्ठितम्.
What do you say? Are you able to feel some pleasant vibration? It is a description of the presence that animates your body. Except a book like this, what or who will tell you this? You know, this was written 5,000 years ago. But the thoughts were already present in us, in India. I can only say in the prehistoric times. In the prehistoric ages. Means what? It is inaccessible by any means. Whatever we can access, it comes under history. This is prehistoric. These thoughts were there. In Rigveda, our Rigvedic seers said, Ano bhadraha kratavo yantu vishwadaha. May noble thoughts enter us from multiple directions in the universe. What do you think of such a thinker? Huh? May noble thoughts enter from manifold directions. Noble thoughts enter. They did not say, may my stomach be full. They did not say that. Ano bhadraha kratavo yantu vishwada. In pursuit of this great wisdom, they were prepared to sacrifice anything. They left their profession if they had one. They closed all venues of income. They shaved off their hair and beard. They started wandering as mendicants, going and standing in front of a good family, saying, Bhavati bhiksham dehi. My dear lady, respectable lady, give me something to eat. Sometimes they extended their hands to get some food. In pursuit of this wisdom. Wisdom was the greatest treasure for us. Na karmana, na prajaya dhanena, tyage naige amrtatva manashu. Not by even noble activities, not by progenies, children, not by wealth, but by tyaga, sacrifice, renunciation alone, people have won immortality. This is what I call the India is great, 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 good, noble. We wanted goodness, greatness and nobility. That is what we wanted. According to us, our grihasthashrama, the household life, is for vamsha vruddhi, is to perpetuate the lineage. It is not meant for romance, not for human beings. Maybe a little of it is there. But it is primarily to perpetuate the lineage. If people decide not to marry from today onwards, all the people in the world, in 50 years humanity will become extinct. The purpose of marriage is perpetuating the lineage. We have very clear perceptions about life. My dear souls, we are not fools. India may be economically poor, but we are psychologically, intellectually and spiritually unimaginably rich. We are the great people who embraced poverty to enrich our mind and intelligence. Are you following what I am saying? We imbibed poverty. We wanted to become poor. Who is a sannyasin? Poor man. He has nothing of his own. So we chose to become poor in order to become rich inwardly. And we struck the inner abundance, affluence, opulence and ecstatic fullness. I often write in my writings the inner abundance, the inner fullness, the inner ecstasy of fullness. What do you think of the human body? Our human body means the brain. That is the seat and source of all experiences. Keeping that mind, You should not bemoan at all. You have brought nothing to this world, and you can take nothing from this world. Remain here, comfortably, peacefully, not harming anybody, trying to help if you can to some extent. That's all what is required. Be good, be noble, and be great. So this pentagon, I am asking every one of you to recite at least 10,000 times. Not in one day, in thousands and thousands of, in thousands and thousands you should recite it. You know, I first read the full Bhagavad Gita in Calcutta when I was huddling in my room with chicken pox. There was a lot of headache. So I took a towel and tied it firmly and took the Bhagavad Gita and started reading. I read it in full. In the second chapter, when I was reading verses like Achedyo yamada hyoyam akledyo shosyevacha najayade mriyade va kadachid nayam bhutva bhavitavana bhuya. In all that reading, I found these 5 verses were vibrant with spiritual luminosity. It was radiating the inner spiritual effulgence. As the mouth was chanting, I don't know from where, the radiance was spreading. Mouth, the tongue was chanting and the radiance was oozing. It is a description of your own inner presence. Don't count your greatness in terms of money, my dear children. Don't count your greatness in the number of houses you possess, children you have, property you have. A man is judged by what he is, not by what he has. What is he? What is his inner worth, inner splendor, inner greatness? Can he look at the world and say, I want nothing? I am sent here by God with fullness to my heredity. I carry God in my heart. I carry the immortal soul. I carry the effulgent spirit. To say this, where do you have to go to? The poorest man can realize this, and the richest man may totter, unable to realize it. Let me stop.
Jai Guru, with Pujya Swamiji's this session and with his very clear directions to us during this session, the Gurupoornima Retreat is almost over. We are going to request Nutan Swamiji and Ma to please share their reflections with us on this retreat. The feedback, as we mentioned earlier today, was today afternoon and it was live streamed. Nutan Swamiji or Ma, who will go first?
I shall try.
Puja Swamiji will address us first.
This time, initially, the decision was for me to go with Ma and some others to United States. Later on, as they started evolving the programs, they thought they should have an exclusive Bhagavad Gita retreat. And during the retreat, Swamiji, Mritan Swamiji also should be present. So all the three of us were there together for a period. Then we came back and Swamiji continued. So in the retreat session, I was looking at the hall and the people who were present there, and I said, I am very happy. I said, first of all, Nilesh's house had become, it was a little Vaikuntha. I said, this is a bigger Vaikuntha. So I was very happy with the retreat, the participation, the type of discussion, the exclusive Bhagavad Gita discussion that we had. Here also, we are having a similar retreat, but it is in a totally different setting. There also it was residential, is it not?
No, not residential, Swamiji. Swamiji was residing there, but all others were coming and going.
So this is a residential.
Some who had come, Swamiji, from out of town, they were all staying at the same place.
So this is a fully residential retreat. So we have a far greater proximity, intimacy and association with all of you. And I decided that I will speak only on Bhagavad Gita. At least let that be with all of you. We can speak on different texts. By exposing you to different texts, what do we get? At least you hold on to one text. So I said I will speak on Bhagavad Gita, but in a different manner. So I have picked up verses from Bhagavad Gita which are exclusive, sovereign and singular. Today I thought I will give them a bequest, and that is what I have taken up today. The pentagon of Bhagavad Gita. If you start reciting the verse, you will find in a matter of week or 15 days, it will start generating radiance in your system. Try to understand the meaning of the words also. See, it is something very great when Krishna says, I am telling you what is to be known, the knowable. Jneyam yattat prabhakshyami yat jnatva amrtamasnude. By knowing which, you will start experiencing immortality. With these words of introduction Krishna spoke, that is what I have told you. Incorporate these 5 verses, chant them as many times as possible. Let it be your daily music of life. Only 5 verses. Try to understand the meaning gradually, if not suddenly, and you will find how utterances or recitations can transform, purify and ennoble your life. Recitations are magical. They have an ineffable influence on your psychology and intelligence. So try to use it. So I am very happy. Let this ashram, as it has always been, a place of radiating this superb inner knowledge. The people who live here must always be pursuing jnana nishtha, the knowledge nishtha, the knowledge practice, and also expose. Discreet people have come here and said, we never get a satsang as we are getting here. We don't have so much of close proximity with the sannyasins and explorers also. These qualities should always be here, and let the ashram continue to be. Today the verses I composed, I have made a reference to what is taking place in this Tapovanam. Brahmavidya is the treasure we are trying to distribute in the way of kindling in the others' hearts and minds. We are trying to kindle Brahmavidya. It is a knowledge about your own inner presence, the presence that is within your body which animates. I think the exposure has been good. All of you have received it also well. What more is there? We are like Kamadhenus. When the calf goes and hits the udder, automatically milk will be secreted. So when there are people curious and earnest enough to know, we become eloquent. We start speaking. So that is what we are doing. It is nothing great, it is very natural. Let there be more occasions. All of you go and come back. Some of you to remain here forever. I embrace all of you mentally and bless you. In your families, good children should be born, will be born. They must first of all love their family. Equally, they should love the society at large. They must have faith in God. They must study well, increase their knowledge, skill and merit, and contribute to the GDP of the country as well as the world. If all this is taking place, I think our nation as well as the world will become peaceful, prosperous and promising. Okay.
Pranam Swamiji. Ma, will you speak?
Jai Guru. I'm just thinking what to say, because whatever I had to say, I had said in the class, and at the end, I felt very happy being with you in all these days and talking whatever came to my mind. And I found that all of you were very receptive and very, as Midhu was saying, the group is very good. So when the group is good and everybody is attentive and receptive, then the best comes out from the speaker also, and we enjoy it. And I also felt that many of you, I saw faces, that you are going to try and introspect more than being just doing some routine spiritual practices, which I hope you will do. Spiritual practices, reading, listening, everything becomes very routinous. But we have to go beyond it and become more introspective and constantly look into oneself, that whether one is growing or not, and what the scriptures talk about the growth is a jnani, they give the qualities of a jnani. All may not be possible for us to imbibe, but definitely some of the qualities we must be able to imbibe. So that needs a lot of attention, introspection, and love for doing introspection. So I think that as your faces were very inspired and felt that yes, you will go ahead with it, and I hope it will be so. I know that when one goes back to one's worldly life, so many things come up, and don't get disappointed by that. And whatever situation one is in, one should have one's own effort to go ahead. And always know that situations and other people in the house or whatever it is, that is not more of a hindrance than our own lethargy and complacency and thinking that this is enough. That is the most of the hindrances that we have. So, I also have something else to say which I never thought of saying. But as Swamiji said, that there should be more go and come, and some should remain here forever. So on that, I feel that I always used to feel that in many ashrams, many people after retirement, they join the ashram, they start helping the mission of the Guru, taking up some of the departments, and it becomes necessary also that some more people come and help. But I tell Swamiji many times, now I have stopped telling also because now I think at one time my reliance was less, and I would tell Swamiji that your fate is very bad. Nobody comes to stay here to assist you. So Swamiji would say you should grow in reliance. So it's now completely on reliance. Whatever happens, whoever comes at various times to help us, I find that people are coming, people are helping, and things are simply going on, and activities have increased and increased, and in spite of Swamiji's ill health, and we are also growing old, myself and Nutan Swamiji. Still, and the inmates also, ashramites also are every year growing old. They need some help. Every one of us, we are simply, like a top rotating 365 days of the year. And just like I remember some devotees of Trichur used to tell us that after this period, we will all go home and at least 1 or 2 days we will take rest. But for you, from the very next day, some more devotees will come and you will have to go on with the same routine of meeting people, talking to them. So how do you manage all that? But if that happens, that is our life. It goes on like this. Sometimes, I being a mother, I find tiredness in the faces of the brahmacharinis at the end of the day. And I feel that, they are less rested. They have a lot of work to do, and I wish some were there to take. And it's not the work. It also we need people who can take decisions and take the work forward. So then I would sometimes not able to take that feeling from my heart and would express it to Swamiji that Swamiji, people, they are all very overworked. And Swamiji wouldn't know. Sometimes when somebody has gone for just half an hour's rest, Swamiji is calling that person to maybe he wants that person's help. So I said, Swamiji, let it be. They have gone for rest. And don't you see that they are not rested enough? So Swamiji said, I don't agree with you. What are they doing the whole day? What are they doing the whole day? What work are they doing? So anyway, I said that, okay, always I will have this difference of opinion with you. You always feel nobody is working except you. So, so this is our condition. But I do feel that, as Swamiji has first time told, I used to tell Swamiji, why don't you have Sankalpa, Swamiji, that there should be some dedicated, committed people, those who take to this path and renounce and come, or at least after retirement, they feel that they should be in the ashram and help the Guru. Swamiji said, you have Sankalpa. I am not going to have that Sankalpa. So it was always a tug of war. So now the mind is free. And I feel that many things are happening by the help of many people. Many things are happening. I don't know how it happens. the number of mass mailings that we have. People come from the village, people come from here and there, they do the mass mailing. And every month, Vichar Setu, Vichar Sarani are posted. Then another thing that when we go out, and it has happened after, generally Nathan Swamiji goes alone with some others, and myself and I go with Swamiji. Namrata also generally travels with me. So there are periods when it is necessary that some people stay here. So at that time there are some few devotees whom we tell that please come and hold fort here. And they necessarily should be Malayalam knowing, otherwise there is no help. So such people are also there. New people are coming who are ready to come and stay in our absence. And now, so I'm just telling you the story of our ashram. It was, one thing is that when these sessions take place, we are in a completely different atmosphere. From morning to night, we have been immersed in spirituality. And because we have to take these continuous classes, we also have to, read something and gather our mind, what should be told. So like Nathan Swamiji was saying, even if we don't get time to read, at least we start thinking what we have to tell about. So that also gives us a lot of joy. And I think one very good thing we have done for the last 3 years is that we have given the charge of feeding complete to the workers. Earlier it used to happen that the devotees themselves used to run the serving and everything, so many people would be missing some of the lectures. So now everybody, including the inmates, are able to attend everything. So that is a great joy that personally I have. So I also say the mind becomes heavy. Earlier days I used to cry a lot, and when people would leave, and now I feel you're always with me in my heart. So I don't miss as such, but I do miss physically your presence, and we'll be very happy if you come often and be with us and help us a little bit. Oh, I used to cry earlier days, long back.
When more people come also you cry. You get tired.
No, that is not. That is because of the body becomes tired. Today I am a little tired. And what to say? That's the thing. So please come often. That is what I can say. You'll get into your activities.
There are 3 kinds of students and disciples. The first kind is, the disciples don't have to be told anything. They will understand what the Guru needs, and they will be ready to fulfill that need without telling them. The second kind is, every time you have to tell them. The third is, however much you may say, even then he will not do it. So should I have to ask you to come here? Huh? If you are good disciples, everyone should want to become good. If you are good, should you not say, Swamiji, do you have any need? What is the need of the ashram? And I will tell you what I think about it. So if I have to tell you and then you have to come, you become substandard. Without our telling you, recognize the need of the ashram. Just like people get married and they have children, similarly, you should also come to the ashram. I don't think it requires any special motivation or compulsion. Otherwise, you don't belong to the first quality. the first quality will not have to be told. So Ma, that is why I don't tell anybody or even think. Because this line has been in existence for countless millennia. How is it? It is not by a mass movement. Only a few people. I have written books. The normal writers of the writing community, they say, they always write sometimes in the newspapers. We write, but there is no publisher. We cannot print it. Now, whichever book I wrote, before I printed it, somebody gave me the money saying that please print this book. Write and print. So we have had no problem. Without my asking, people were entrusting me with money and then say, please write a book. This is what the first book I wrote on Bhagavad Gita and second book. Then for quietude of the mind, which I wanted to write, some person from Malaysia, a veterinary doctor, came here and placed the money at my feet and said, please write and print the book.
You are
If I
talking
did not
about
tell-
the money people gave, but now you have about at least 20 books written which are not published because of lack of manpower. So they gave money for the publication of the book. That happened before we joined the ashram. And after we joined,
Swamiji, I was mentioning about money in their case. Now if it is not money but men, those men also should come.
that
They
are
should not come with money, they should come.
We have been waiting for many decades now.
Huh?
We have not published any book for about 10 years, I think. We have been writing more and more books. Some we have published in Kindle, that nobody knows, I also do not know. So we lack manpower. That morning also when I was saying about the dining hall, that we may make more guest houses, but this volume is not sound. is not
Ramakrishna
proper.
Dev used to-
Namrata.
Ramakrishna
Bass
Dev
level have
used
to be
to-
adjusted.
Ramakrishna Dev used to call from the society, I will also go to our...
Not society.
Ramakrishna
He used to
Dev
get onto the
onto
top of
roof.
the building and say, I, to the shop, I. Come.
So I will also go to the Kavada and
And I always
then
used
ask
to-
people to come.
I used to tell Swamiji to do that. He would say, you have some company.
And now where I am in the Taittiriya Upanishad, just the last class where I was, the next class I think the coming week, there the teacher is calling the disciple, Amayantu Brahmacharinaha, Vimayantu Brahmacharinaha, that all the Brahmacharis, let them come from all directions, let Brahmacharis come from different directions with different qualities. All these are there in the Upanishad also. So I was happy, it's not only that we are not having Brahmacharis. Otherwise they would not have written like that. So even 10,000-15,000 years ago also they were not getting brahmacharis. At least we have 7 brahmacharini. 6 we have, 6 plus 1 brahmacharini we have. But only we don't have any brahmacharin.
You know how
That's in
Ramakrishna
Delhi.
Dev himself was
Yes,
born?
sir.
Ma? You know how Ramakrishna Dev was himself born? Yes, that his mother specially had some
Dream.
spiritual desires. Similarly, all these are household people, they only want film star children. What can be done? Nobody wants a saintly child.
Nobody wants a saintly child. I was telling about Gautamji and Saruj.
See, this,
They took Vanaprastha and they decided to be in Delhi CIRD and looking after that. So we are very peaceful about that place. And some other devotees of Delhi, they assist. Now some from the nearby place also assist. They stay there austerely, taken to this mission of Swamiji.
Our Sneha, if she comes and stays here for about 6 months or 1 year, she can help us in editing and publishing the book. Now also, but now you will edit it in a different manner. So we have 5 books ready, waiting for you. Come. 5 books.
Not 5, Swamiji, we have many. And now we can think of books written by us also, which has never been written. Because we don't have time. So much of transcribed materials are there. Our lectures have been transcribed by, that Ma missed. Actually, many people are helping, not coming to the ashram also. Transcribing in various ways, video editing, this, that, and our website, which is I think it is one of the most resourceful website. It is being run mostly by people from outside, all over the world. They are working on it. And during the COVID, and when did it start?
COVID.
2020. First 2 years, I think many people working jointly together fully. We have not done anything about it much.
Working at night, because they were employed. In the office, they are employed.
People means devotees.
They are also working. Namita, Shuchita,
They
Nidhi.
have been.
They are also working with the
I don't
website.
want to point out. But those who are very busy also in USA or so, that do not have time for anything, they have also done a lot of sacrifice for this. Not sacrifice, but they have done
Malaysia.
a lot of seva. Malaysia. In many other places. Mala had been doing even now quite a lot from there, Kenya. I was supposed to say something else. No? Actually, this time, why the sound is like this? The treble you increase treble? No. It is my channel you see. It is muffled. It's not my voice. Treble you increase? My channel treble you increase. That is why. That won't work. You change there something. When I am speaking, at least you give me a proper channel. I will. Volume, ठीक है, अच्छा, very good. See, I am very sensitive to sound. So that is what I wanted to say, that this time the way you were chanting every day when I am getting into the class, hearing the chanting, I used to feel very happy and I used to enjoy the class myself also quite a lot. Because, in Bhagavata Satram, when we speak in English, only two lectures are in English, Ma and me. All others are in Malayalam. So in front there are about 200 people, mostly sannyasis and others sitting, those who do not understand English at all. So nothing will come out of mouth seeing the people sitting in front. So third year I started planting people wherever my eyes will go. You sit here, you sit there, like that. So I am... No, this time it was different. You were there? How?
He was there.
I heard in the car. I heard your live in the car.
So you were not there. No, I have spoken earlier also. The first lecture was on Kathopanishad, the book of Sadhana. That was a good lecture, but Somehow we have to speak. That's all. So this time actually it was not that I was thinking of speaking on Bhagavad Gita. So I asked Swamiji that, Swamiji, will you speak on Bhagavad Gita or will you speak on Ashtavakra Samhita or something, so that I can speak on Bhagavad Gita. But finally Swamiji wanted to speak on Bhagavad Gita. Then I had no topic to speak. Miru suggested that Swamiji had taken some classes on this, what I took now, that Tattvamasi from Viveka Chudamani. Those were very good some days here, na? In this ashram only. When
Swamiji and I were away.
Gone to Delhi or somewhere, that was the time. So I said, will it be all right that, but she said, no, it was very good. So I thought of, then we will speak on it. So that helps me also that I don't have to prepare anything. I know more or less the meanings. But then the response here was something really different from every year, so to say. That particularly the chanting, as Swamiji was saying, that this chanting gives us lot of energy and vibrant, make our mind also vibrant. It is not just that you are chanting loudly, you are chanting in unison. That the group chanting is more difficult than solo chanting. Solo chanting, I understand, if you take many of us, you will not have the tune at all. But in group chanting, in the same phase, same tune chanting is not easy. The whatever sound was coming, it was a very harmonious chanting. So that was quite inspiring. It must be having through some harmony in the group also, that, but we don't know. Unless you tell us, we will not know also, but must have been, otherwise it would not have been like that. Regarding the work, as Ma said, after retirement at least you should come and help us. That I always want not after retirement, before retirement. So I have been telling many people that you take VRS. But actually we want, even before getting into or not getting married, before that people should come so that they can become brahmacharin here. Not only brahmacharini, when nowadays it is such that always the ladies are more spiritual than the gents. So we have lot of brahmacharinis, and it is coming to such a state that our ashram will become Sharada ashram. We are the only two people, Swamiji and myself. So there is no other brahmacharin here. A dog came, we thought it is going to be a brahmacharin. I started saying also, Swamiji named Surya, I also started saying, but then it turned out to be a female dog. So now we call her Tapaswini Surya Swarupa. So we need young people also. It's not only helping. The main thing is, if you absorb this knowledge at a young age, then you can carry the lamp forward. Otherwise it is only whatever we are doing, you are helping. It's not enough. So that is very important, and as such, understanding that none of you is going to come, that at least you should do that. If you feel that you have got something good and noble and great, that you have been benefited by it, as you are saying, I am taking on your own words, then at least try to see that it is reached to others. That you can do even remaining where you are. Having some satsang, that what we tried in USA also, we were trying to form some satsang groups, particularly with the youth also. So that if you have, how this knowledge is coming down to us, it is only because people have been passing it over, gaining it, and acquiring it and passing it over. So our country, most of the people are religious. They don't know about this spiritual treasure. They have heard about the Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita, but knowing the real treasure to the depth, as our Swamiji is explaining, it is extremely rare. So if we have got a touch of that, is it not our bounden duty to make others also aware of that? And for that, whatever to be done, that part you can do, I believe. It needs some sacrifice. Sometimes there is nobody. Only 2 people. In Malaysia it happened at one time, only 2-3 people. They were having the discussions regularly every day of the week. Is it not, Miru? Unni and others, were they not having some discussion or something every day of the week? 3 days of the week. Anyway. Going? Now?
It's the first departure, Swami.
Today?
Chennai night train,
Oh,
10:40. Morning we can reach.
ठीक है. Yes, done, na? How will you go? Auto? It's raining. What is that?
Live streaming has reduced the flow to the ashram because
No. Live streaming means you are talking about the weekly, the global satsang. Most of the people now have come from global satsang only. It is absolutely wrong. See, these programs, how many of you are listening? But through the global satsang, every regular attendance, at least 250 people are there, if not more. More may not be that regular, but I am saying regularly whose names we are finding there and regularly attending, commenting like that. Only our problem is that the listeners and seers, viewers, they don't put any comment. So we don't know what is happening. We always want to know whether it has any effect or not. But people are so lethargic about it. Even the like button also they don't put. While we meet, then they will say many things about it. At least you put in one case, at least one comment you put, but nobody puts any comment. Generally, it is very much lacking in that. In other cases, if they have anything to do or not, they go on, the comments are many. As such, viewers are very less. But people, those who are getting benefited, they are not communicating. That problem is a real problem. We don't come to know what is the effect of the talks.
Actually,
but when we go out and meet people, we come to know that many people serious because they are regularly listening and they are coming. This time in US also many people came.
so many people, they came driving 3 hours, 4 hours to Nilesh's house. They listen, we don't know them. Here also to the ashram, our visiting devotees number have increased a lot. And most of the new people, they don't know. First time they are coming, so they will come for 1 day or 2 days. then next time they come a little. But
Not
such
only
people,
coming, ma, through email we are coming to know
and
many,
emails,
many people.
Many have not yet come, but so many new people are writing to Swamiji, sometimes to us also. So that way the circle has grown a lot. That? No. Compared to other times, it has increased so much. Continuously our guest houses are filled up. Very rarely our guest houses are not. So we have to tell people, suppose somebody says that we want to come, we have to see whether there are rooms available for them. Yes, we'll conclude and then Swamiji will say Om and then conclude. Some of them have to speak. How should it be done? Swamiji, you can conclude.
Shall I conclude?
Yes, Swamiji.
Harihi. We shall conclude the session today, just now. After that, there are programs, other programs can start. Harihi. Samvedyavarjitamanuttamamekamadyam samvitpadam vigalanam kalayan mahatman hridyeva tishtha kalanarahita kriyam tu kurvan akartrupadamedya samodidashri kurvan akartrupadamedya samodidashri. Hari Om Tats Jaya Guru. We shall have the conclusional Omkara. Take your pose for it. Harihi Om Tats Jaya Guru.